Hello student, in previous video we have seen about the covalent bond types of substance, which is organic and inorganic compound. Organic compound means they are made up by the carbon, and it is found in all the basic living organism. And then after we have seen about the covalent bond, how covalent bond is formed, that by the sharing of the electron, and carbon it's form a covalent bond, why it's not form a ionic bond, that we have discussed. Now later on we have discussed about single covalent bond, double covalent bond, and triple covalent bond. So in that in hydrogen we have seen about the single covalent bond. In oxygen we have seen about the double covalent bond, and in nitrogen triple covalent bond we have seen. Later on we have seen about the water molecule, who also possess the single covalent bond between oxygen and hydrogen atom. So in this video we will going to discuss about the physical property of covalent compound. So let's see. The covalent compound have a low melting and the boiling point, as they have a weak intramolecular force. As we see in the third chapter about the ionic bond, that the ionic bond which is formed by the sharing of the ion, not sharing of the transfer of the ions or the transfer of the electron, and they possess a more intramolecular force. Due to that, it possesses a high melting and boiling point. But in case of the covalent compound, they have a low melting and the boiling point, as they have weak intramolecular force. The first property of the covalent bond is covalent compound have a low melting and the boiling point, as they have weak intramolecular force. The second most important property of the covalent compound, they are generally a poor conductor of electricity. Why the covalent compound possess the poor conductor of electricity? As we discussed that the ionic bond or ionic compound are good conductor of electricity, because they possess a free electron in their molten state. So this free electron, free ions are able to transfer the electricity. But in case of the covalent bond, as we see that the covalent bond is formed by the sharing of the electron, so there is no free ion, and for the transfer of the electricity the free ion is must. So we can say that covalent compounds are generally poor conductor of electricity, as the electron are shared between the atoms and no charge particles are formed, because here only the sharing of electron is occur, so there is no any charge particles are formed. Due to that, the covalent compounds are poor conductor of electricity. Let's revise one more time the physical properties of covalent compound. The covalent compound have a low melting and boiling point, as they have a weak intramolecular force. The second one, that they are generally poor conductor of electricity, as the electron are shared between atoms and no charged particles are formed. Now let's see the next point of this chapter, that's a versatile nature of the carbon. It is the most important point of this chapter. Many times it already asked in exam that write down why we consider a carbon or the carbon as versatile. So due to the two character, or you can say due to the two properties, we can consider that the carbon is in versatile nature. So let's see that two properties or two character of the carbon which make the carbon as a versatile element. So the two characteristic properties of a carbon element which lead to the formation of large number of compound. The versatile nature of the carbon, if asked, then you have to write down most important these two properties, one that is of catenation and the second one that is of tetravalency. So let's see the first property or a first characteristic of the carbon, that is of catenation. Now let's see what is the meaning of catenation. The carbon can link with a carbon atom by the means of a covalent bond to form a long chain, branch chain and closed ring compound. Means catenation means it is a one kind of properties by which carbon can link, means carbon can make the bond between the carbon atom as well as form a branch structure, a closed ring structure means the benzene kind of compound, and it also make the single bond, double bond, triple bond. So due to this kind of versatile characteristic, the carbon may contain the versatile nature. It considered as a versatile element. The first property of a carbon that a catenation. Catenation means a carbon can link with a carbon atom by means of covalent bond and it able to form a long chain. One that is it form the long chain. Second properties it is also form a branch chain. Third property is that it also make the closed ring compound. Closed ring compound means it's known as a benzene structure that we will discuss later on, and it is also linked by the other atom with the single bond, double bond and the triple bond. Let's see one more time. The first property of this carbon, that is a catenation. Catenation means a carbon can link with a carbon atom by the means of covalent bond to form a long chain, branch chain and closed ring compound. Closed ring means the benzene structure. And the another versatile properties of carbon is the carbon atom can link by the single, double or a triple bond. Means the carbon can form a double covalent bond, single covalent bond as well as the triple covalent bond. So these all the things are unique that you can see only in a carbon. That's why we can consider a carbon as a versatile element. The next property of a carbon, it's a tetravalency. As we discussed in previous video that tetra means 4 and valency means valence electron. The carbon tetra means 4 and the valency means valence electron. Means the carbon, as we know that the atomic number of carbon is a 6. So in first orbit the 2 electron are occupied and the remaining 4 it is in a second orbit, or you can say the valence orbit. So we can say that the carbon possesses a 4 valence electron in their outermost orbit. Valence electron means a electron which is present in the outermost orbit. Carbon can bond with a 4 carbon atoms, monovalent atom, divalent, trivalent, tetravalent as well. So this 4 valence electron, due to that the carbon is considered as a tetravalency. So due to that carbon can bond with the other 4 carbon atom by the single covalent bond. It also able to make a bond between the divalent, like oxygen. Divalent means is make the two bonds, two covalent bond. As we see in nitrogen, there is three covalent bond, and in sulfur is a tetra covalent bond. Tetra means four. Mono means one, di means two, tri means three, tetra means four, penta means five. That is the number. In chemistry term, we can use mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, like that. So tetra means four. So the another important property of carbon, it's a tetravalency. Tetravalency means a carbon has a four valence electron, and this carbon can bond with a four carbon atoms, monovalent atom, divalent atom like oxygen, trivalent atom like a nitrogen, and the tetravalent like a sulfur. So these both the properties, due to that carbon possess a versatile nature. Let's see one more time the versatile nature of a carbon. The two characteristic property of a carbon element which leads to the formation of a large number of compound. So which are that? The first one, that a catenation. Catenation means a carbon can link with a carbon atom by means of covalent bond to form a long chain, branch chain, and the close ring like compound. Carbon can link with the carbon atom by means of covalent bond. Covalent bond, what? That already we study. Covalent bond is formed by the sharing of the electron, and the between the carbon atom the covalent bond is there. So the carbon atom can be linked with the other carbon atom by means of the covalent bond to form a long chain, or you can say the branch chain. Means long chain means a straight C bond C bond C, like that. And branch chain means it also can form a branch and then make the covalent bond. And the other one, that is a close ring like a benzene structure. And another property of carbon atom, it's may be a link with the link by the single, double, and triple covalent bond as well. The second property, it's a tetravalency. Tetra means four, and the valency means the valence electron. The carbon has four valence electron. The carbon can bond with the four carbon atoms, monovalent atom, oxygen, nitrogen, and the sulfur. So these both the characteristic property of a carbon element which lead to formation of large number of compound. Due to that we consider carbon as a versatile element. Now let's see the next topic of this chapter. It's a hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon means a compound made up of the hydrogen and carbon are called the hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon, from the name we can give the answer. Hydrocarbon means the compound which made up of hydrogen and carbon atom. Carbons are called the hydrocarbon. Compounds made up of a hydrogen and carbon are called the hydrocarbon. The hydrocarbon is divided into the two types, one that is of saturated and the second one that is of unsaturated. Saturated hydrocarbon and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Compound which is made up by the hydrogen and the carbon are called the hydrocarbon, and the hydrocarbon has two types: saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Let's see the first one, that is of saturated hydrocarbon. The saturated hydrocarbons That hydrocarbons who possess a single bond between the carbon atom. Saturated hydrocarbons means a hydrocarbon who possess a single bond between the carbon atom. Then we consider it as a saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon means a hydrocarbon who possess a single bond between the carbon atom, then we consider it as a saturated hydrocarbon. Here you can see C bond C, again the bond, but it is a single bond. So it is known as a saturated hydrocarbon. It is known as alkanes. Here the spelling you must note it down. The alkane spelling, that is of ANES, alkanes. Because in this chapter, phonics are same, but the spelling are different. So we have to very careful while write down the spelling of alkane, alkane, alkene, because there is only change between the spelling only. The pronunciation is same. That's why. So for the saturated hydrocarbon, we write down the spelling of ALKANES, ANES, ANES. So that is called the saturated hydrocarbon. And the general formula for the saturated hydrocarbon is CnH2n plus 2, whereas N is stand for the numbers of carbon atom. Suppose here the carbon atom is 2, then the formula is become a C2H, 2 2s are 4 plus 2 6, means the C2H6. That's the formula of alkanes. ANES, alkanes. And this alkane is possess a single bond and it is called the saturated hydrocarbon. In next video, we will see about the types of other hydrocarbon. It's unsaturated hydrocarbon. Thank you.